So let's just calculate some of this energy. The first one I'm going to do is potential energy. Right? And this is gravitational potential. If I take some mass, right, and I move it, I lift it some distance, delta H, right? The way you figure out the energy formula is you just, and you guys already know this one, is you just use work. Work is force times distance, right? And then I'm going to ignore the cos theta because we're pushing it in the direction it's moving. And then the force here is just mg. And the distance is delta H, right? And so we end up with this very nice formula right there, okay? And they write it this way. They write the change in potential energy is mg delta H. Didn't we do this? We already did this. Didn't Hell in a Handbasket take a box down off a shelf? Didn't we? This is our potential energy. And this is in joules, mass in kilograms. That's 9.81 newtons per kilogram on Earth, right? That's the height. Yeah? So that's pretty simple, right? And then, as it turns out, there are two ways that I can lift this mass. Okay? The first way, and this is the most commonly accepted way, is that if I have the mass on the floor, okay, and I want to put it up on the counter, I approach the mass on its right or left side, bending my knees, okay? I reach down, I grasp the mass, straighten my legs, lift the mass slightly, do a quarter rotation to the left, place it on the counter, yeah? And that's the most commonly accepted way to lift that mass. But there is another way. Are you ready for this? Okay. I'm running with a mass. I'm still running. I'm coming back in with the mass. Parkour, parkour. I don't want to hurt myself. Parkour. Now, in which case did the mass gain more potential energy?
In the same. Stay in the same.
Same? Doesn't matter how it gets there. The energy it has doesn't depend on its path?
No.
That's crazy. So how can it be determined? How can we determine the energy of this thing relative to the floor? Just know its mass, know what G is, measure H, yes? And that's it. So this is the crazy thing, is that energy is not history dependent. We don't know how it got there. We just care where it started and where it ended, which is a strength and a limitation. All right, let's have you guys try this. Yeah.